Hey guys, Ronin here. Welcome back to the Retrocade. It is Wednesday. Hope you're having a safe and happy hump day wherever you may be, and that you are hopefully feeling a lot warmer and a lot drier. Now, it looks like all this horrible winter weather that blasted through the United States over the last couple of weeks is finally letting up. In the meantime, if you are new to the channel, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and ring the bell for the latest notifications as we are carrying on here with episode 9 of our first-time playthrough of the 1994 Super Nintendo Entertainment System classic role-playing game, Final Fantasy VI. One technical apology that I have is if you listen to episodes 7 and 8, the sound may be a little bit different than it was in previous ones. The way my setup works is I record everything and play this through Streamlabs because it's by far the most intuitive emulation recording system that I have, or at least as far as game streaming goes. But for some reason, when I recorded those two particular episodes, it got the game sound, but it didn't acknowledge my microphone sound. So, not sure what happened. Fortunately, I've been doing media work in journalism for the last 15 years, so I just went ahead and recorded a new voiceover track for it. It's not perfect, because you're basically having to rewatch what you did and try to remember what you're doing as it's happening. So, such is the breaks when you're doing this sort of work. But in the meantime, also, in the comments below, if there's a game you would like to see featured here on the channel, go ahead and leave it down there. And it can be anything from the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th generations of video games. So, we're talking the Nintendo Entertainment System, obviously the Super Nintendo, since we're playing Final Fantasy VI, Sega Master System, Sega Genesis, Neo-Geo, Nintendo 64, PlayStation 1, and PlayStation 2. And it can be any game you want. Any game out of the bunch. If you want me to play Sonic the Hedgehog, I can go ahead and play that. If you want me to play a Mario Brothers game, I'll play that. Take your pick and be creative. You know, for all the games that I have played in my lifetime, which is now spanning 4 decades, which is a somewhat sobering thought, there's thousands of games across those systems I've never played, and I'm looking forward to trying. So, leave a comment down there if you'd like to see them featured on the channel. Also, be sure to check out our Sports Saturday and Sucker Punch Sunday features. Sports Saturday is pretty self-explanatory. Obviously, I play a sports-based game for about a half an hour or so, see if I'm as good at it as I remember being as a kid. For example, we did the 1986 Nintendo Entertainment System Classic Pro Wrestling for our first Sports Saturday, and that went over pretty well. And then for Sucker Punch Sunday, I will choose a fighting game, again from those same generations, and see how well it holds up and if I'm any good at it. For the first one we did last weekend, I did King of Fighters 94 for the SNK Neo-Geo, and that was a sobering experience. Like I said, I used to think I was good at fighting games. That one proved quite the opposite. So, we will have those up for you again this weekend. I haven't picked out the titles yet, but as soon as I do, obviously you will see them on the channel. In the meantime, when I left you here in Final Fantasy VI on Monday, we had just gotten done having a interesting experience with a train in a forest. We also got a lot of character development over our new supplemental character that we brought in, Cayenne the Samurai. Rather sobering stuff, really, with his what happened with his poor family as a result of what was done by the big baddie in the castle of Doma. So now we have come through this forest up here, thanks to getting off the train, and now we've got to carry on and figure out where we got to go next. And obviously, in the meantime, that means we're going to have to be dissipating quite a few beasties in the process. But as we are 3 up here, should make our chances a little bit easier. Although Shadow's getting picked off here a little bit. And I'll let MASH take this one out. And I'll remind you that the reason why MASH is blinking red, or Sabin, because he's the monk up at the top. In this game, again, he goes by MASH. He's blinking red is because he has a haste ring, so he gets a chance to go a little bit quicker than everybody else. And how am I on Gil? Because I hopefully will get to it. Yeah, I've got 11,000 Gil already. So let's... So wherever we're going to finally end up, and I'm hoping we will get to a town here pretty damn quick, we should, in theory, be able to stock up on a whole heap and heck of a lot of stuff. Not the least of which are going to be shurikens that Shadow's going to need. Because his throw ability, as I had mentioned previously, allows him to go through pretty much any defenses an opponent has. And that's a nice little quirk to have. So it looks like we are having to go this way. And it looks like the only option is into the cave. Barren Falls. This is Barren Falls, clearly. Beast plains are to the south of here. Those plains are dangerous. Many cruel monsters wander them. But we can't turn back because the Imperial Army is right on our tail. We get across the Beast plains, sir. Oh, that's the other thing. Cayenne will say sir a lot. To be able to reach Mobriz on the eastern shore of the continent, but what? My duty to you ends here. You don't need my help anymore. So it looks like Shadow is now leaving the party. Well, that is frustrating. Alright, well, let's see what we have available for gear. Alright, I will give him the green beret. He doesn't have any additional weapons. I don't need to worry about that. But okay, well, looks like where are we going then? If we can't go the options are jump and don't jump. Well, it appears that the only option is to jump. Because if we don't jump, then we're just going to sit around here. So, Geronimo! Hope that's soft water where we're landing. I wonder how many of these things we're going to have to fight. They don't hit very hard. But then it tends to also be a question of attrition, depending on how many things we have to fight between now and the time we actually hit the bottom of the falls. I am also worried if there's a boss battle at the bottom, that's not going to be fun. And it is a long way down, apparently. But we're doing okay as far as taking damage. And it does appear to help that I gave Cayenne the ability with one of the accessories. Ooh, you're an ugly looking sucker, aren't you? That he can do a counterattack like that. Oh, not magic. Ow. Alright, hopefully this is the boss. Alright, let's charge this sucker up. Ooh, that hurt. Oh, and you whiffed. Alright, let's see if Mash can hit him with a power rush here. 100 Crack Fist! There we go. Yeah, it was a boss. Yeah, that was a level 13 boss. It had 775 hit points. I got medicine out of it, and a potion. That'll be helpful. Well, here we are just floating along. And who have we here? Wild and unruly, raised by monsters with a kind heart and mind, a boy with strange light in his eyes. Gao. Okay, well, it looks like we have lost Shadow for the time being, but we get a new character, potentially, who looks an awful lot like Mash in the mullet department. You have to remember, this is 1994, and ponytails and mullets were the big thing. I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm just saying it's what it was. Not a whole lot we can do about it. Now, we fought these sorts of things on the train, but they said they're a little bit more robust here. Not that I'm seeing. But they also tend to cast gravity, which, as a reminder, gravity is a magic spell, and it will cut your hit points in half. Alright, I don't think I want to hit him. Do I have anything I can give him? Let's see. Alright, Ow! You jerk! I didn't mean to have you hit me. Okay, I didn't want him to run away. Ooh, okay, so the frontline guys can counterattack while Cayenne can counterattack. And they get it from multiple shots, and man, they hit like a ton. Alright, blocking helps. Alright, I'm gonna have to consult my almighty FAQ here. Let's see. Yeah, it's just the only other option we have right now is just to smack him. Because we can't run. So obviously we can't kill him. That's the good news. But there's also a village here. Alright, I'm just gonna slap him, tell him to be on his way. Really? Alright, at least we had to jump on these things. Again, the random encounter ratio in Final Fantasy VI is a touch higher than what you would expect in normal games. Now all I need is just to get in this town. Thank you. The first thing I'm going to do is I am going to go rest because we need it. And we got the money, so might as well. Now the kicker is, this doesn't give you a chance to automatically save. So I'm going to need to find a save point in this town as well. Currents at this time of the year are fierce. Somebody in their right mind would enter those. Letters sent by carrier pigeons are the only link in this village to the outside world. Okay, well, do you have a... Meet the old man living alone in the plains of the north. He lost his mind years ago, they say. I'm pretty sure I did. He threw his own child out of the beast plains, mistaken for a monster, so that must be Gao. Okay. And what do we have over here? Ah, we have weapon shops. And who are you? Now, when he passed through the beast plains, it's not safe to do so anymore. What you have you? Okay. So a mithril knife, that would be helpful for Locke, but we don't have him yet. So the sword. Okay, the claw I'm going to need for... Whoa! I need the claw for... Mash, and the Kotetsu... Doesn't he already have that? Let me double check really quick. His goes in. No, here's the Ashura. Okay. So I definitely want to get him that. Let's see what we have for armor. Okay, so the iron helms will help everybody except Shadow and Mash. Bandana doesn't help. Feathered hat doesn't help. Couple of large shields. The iron armor is going to help out 4 characters. Okay. See, even though you get a lot of gil in this game, you tend to have to be... You gotta be choosy about your options here. For example, I could get all 5. And we have Gao in the party, which is interesting. Okay. So yeah, his attack goes up. Okay. So there is some stuff I can sell. I don't need a dagger. I have 5 leather hats. I don't need those. Whoop. I don't want to sell any of the accessories, obviously, because I'm going to need those. I will keep 1 buckler, and I will keep 1 of the feathered hats. Or 2 of them. Okay. So I think we've done good on our shopping trip here, but I should also stock up on items. In theory, there should be an item shop around here. So the Beast Plains issue. Well, no strange boy nearby. I wonder who he was. Yep, and we've got item shop. Now, what do we have in here? Dried meat. I bet I'm gonna. Yep, I'm gonna need that to give it to. To Gao if I want to be able to get him to join. What else do we have in here? Eye drops. I should replace that. Ah, so the yellow cherry cures Kappa status. I'm not entirely sure what Kappa means. And there is a chest back there that I'm gonna see if I can get to. Yep. So if I throw the dried meat at Gao, I should be able to get him in the party. The Serpent Trench. No, I don't. So where are we going here? If you ride the current, you can reach the port town of Nicaea. The port town of our village's diving helmet was stolen, and it's unsafe to ride the current without one. So it looks like we need to get that back. Wounded soldiers trying to rest in this house. Please don't make too much noise and disturb him. Okay. And what is over here? Accessory shop. Okay, so what do we have? That I could sell. Nothing that I'm really seeing here. Okay. But there's a door up here. What's through the door? Nothing of interest. Okay. Take these are the two lovebirds right here. Yep, that's Dean. Yeah, they're really, they're a talkative bunch, aren't they? Soldier was wounded who came to our village is resting in this house. His wounds haven't healed despite having them treated. When the letters come from Miranda from time to time, kept up something in despair. I feel sorry for him. Alright, well, let me go talk to the gentleman and see what's what. The Bears currently occupying Miranda, and I was forced to, against my will, join the Imperial Army. I was going to fight at Doma, but I got scared and ran away. Fellow troops found me later, though, and broke almost every bone in my body. I can't even move now. Really? But the fact that soldiers are patrolling the streets of Miranda and making our lives difficult, it's peaceful every day. Flowers in the garden beginning to bloom, telling us that spring is near. Is it true that you were wounded? Lola. L-O-L-A, Lola. Okay, well, I could write it for you in theory. Alright, well, why don't we go get Gao before we go too much further? Because if we have the means to get him into the ranks... Then that will replace Shadow a bit. There we go. Hello. There he is. A strange lad, sir. What? Oh no, now he's got him saying, sir. Okay, what are you giving us? Yeah, Locke is a thief, so keep your pockets checked. Go south of the mountain, curved Moon Mountain. Okay, shiny thing is there. What? It's a duck. With a crown on its head. I will now explain how to increase Gao's fighting abilities. Select the command Leap, which can only be used on the Beast Plains. Continue fighting battles on the Beast Plains. He'll eventually reappear and rejoin your group. He'll have memorized the monsters that he saw when he leaped and returned. Use the Rage command to imitate monsters and memorize the behaviors of. Ah, so it looks like that will make sure that Gao, his skill is that he memorizes what other monsters that you will fight do. So it's kind of it's like the enemy skill material you get in Final Fantasy VII. Where if it hits you right, and he needs Kempo gear. Okay. Alright, so we are at exactly half an hour. So what I think I'm going to do is we're going to leave it here. And in episode 10, as we finally hit double digits, we will figure out a little bit more what we're going to do with Gao. And I think I'm going to have to do a little bit more stocking up on stuff, and because we need to find either this treasure he's talking about, or we need to figure out where to get the helmet so we can go from this town back to the north, and in theory get back to Nars. So, As always, leave a comment down below if there's a game you'd like to see us play in the future. Again, your options are from the Nintendo Entertainment System, Super Nintendo, Sega Master System, Sega Genesis, Neo-Geo, Nintendo 64, PlayStation 1, and PlayStation 2. And please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and ring the bell for latest notifications. My name's Ronin. Hope you have a great rest of your Wednesday, and I will talk to you in the next episode. Later!